So, good morning, students. Welcome back to the next class. And please pray for 1 second. Okay, we were discussing about the cell, the structure of the fundamental unit of life. So, as I last class I already explained that each cell is made up of each all the living organisms are made up of cells, and it is the basic structural unit of all organisms. Like a building is made by bricks. Here you can see our body is made up of cells. But there is one difference between brick and our cell. Brick is only the structural unit. That is structure ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ മാത്രമേ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നുള്ളൂ. But our cell, it is a functional unit also. Structural body ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നു, and it has various functions. Each cell has its own function. So it is a structural and functional unit. So what is the difference between the bricks that is making a building and the cells that which makes our body? The answer is this one. Bricks, it is only a structural unit, but the cells are both a structural and a functional unit of our body. We are going to see the different parts of cell. A cell is made up of, each cell is made up of, we can examine a simple cell. Each cell is made up of an outer covering. This outer covering of the cell is called the cell membrane. You can compare a cell as a egg of a chicken. The chicken egg, actually it is a cell, and if you remove the outer shell remove ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കാണുന്ന പാർട്ടാണ് that we actually it is a cell. After removing the shell, you will see a membrane, and that membrane is also present in all cells, and this membrane is called cell membrane. Inside the egg you can see a white liquid is there, and that one is here in all the cells also it is there, and this is called cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is the fluid that is inside the cell, and it's a thick fluid, and inside the cell again, as in egg, there is a large structure, it is called a nucleus. This is called a nucleus. So a cell contains cell membrane. Another name of cell membrane is plasma membrane. Another name, both can be used, or plasma membrane. Cell membrane or plasma membrane. Another name, both are same. Then nucleus and cytoplasm. Now first we are going to discuss about plasma membrane, the outer covering of the cell. This is the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is actually it is separate the cell from outside medium. So one function of a plasma membrane, separating one cell from the other. So if there is another cell here, it is separated by the plasma membrane, separating one cell from the other, or from the other medium it is separating and also another function. You can see it is having the contents of the cell, the constituents the constituents of the cell is separated, that is function separated from the other cell, other medium by cell membrane. Cell in different, you studied that various structures inside the cytoplasm is called organelles. It is separated from the other cell by this plasma membrane. And the plasma membrane is selectively permeable. Selectively permeable means things can get inside and go out, and not everything, only certain things they can get inside and go out. So it is called selectively permeable. Everything will not just come. And many of the things, it can come by simple diffusion. So you can see there is a more oxygen outside. Diffusion means, I already explained, diffusion means movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration is called diffusion. കൂടുതലുള്ളിടത്തു നിന്ന് കുറവുള്ളിടത്ത് സ്പ്രെഡ് ചെയ്യുക, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് വാട്ട് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് diffusion. If there is more oxygen outside the cell, this oxygen can get inside, less oxygen inside, and you can see this oxygen can get in, inside the cell by diffusion through this plasma membrane. So it is permeable. Permeable means things can go, come and go out. And the carbon dioxide, if more carbon dioxide inside, and you can see it can go out. So it is permeable. It is selectively permeable, and you can see if what happens if a cell is kept in a different type of solutions. For example, if this cell is kept in a dilute solution. Dilute solution means ordinary water. You are keeping this cell in water. Just water you are keeping. Dilute solution. So a dilute solution or water, meaning concentration is very less. The solution ആണ് പക്ഷെ വളരെ കുറച്ച് concentration. Inside concentration is high, and you can see then concentration of outside water concentration high, inside less. So what will happen is water will slowly enter the cell. After some time, you can see the cell will swell up because of the entry of water. So if a cell is kept in water and water will from outside, water or very dilute solution, water from the cell will get inside, the cell will swell up. This kind of solutions, there is a common name you have to remember. It is called hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution means solution which the concentration is less than the concentration of the cell. സെല്ലിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് കാണുന്ന concentration എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പോൾ sugar solution we can make by take a 100 ml of water, put 1 teaspoon of sugar, and in one, then another one, for look here, just here, take some water, 100 ml water, put for example 1 spoon, okay, 50 gram of sugar. Then another solution, you take a 100 ml of water, then you put 100 gram of sugar. Here you can see it will more concentrated, means this one is having less sugar, this is having more sugar. This is less concentrated, this is more concentrated. Same is the case here. If the solution is less concentrated, meaning more water here, and then the water will slowly enter into the other. This kind of solutions are called hypotonic solution. Less concentrated solution outside the cell, it is called. So the cell will, after some time, it will swell up, and then if the concentration is high, the low concentration, dilute solution, low concentration. If the concentration is very high, concentrated solution. Concentrated means outside concentration is high, inside concentration is less. Opposite will happen. You can see water from here, it will go out of the cell through the plasma membrane. Through this plasma membrane, water will go out. Water goes out, and after some time, you can see the cell it will shrink. Churungi boom, you can see that cell will shrink like this because of the loss of water. And this kind of solution, concentrated solutions, are called hypertonic solution. Aditya hypotonic, low concentration. Second type is hypertonic solution. Second type is hypertonic solution. So then one more type is there. If the concentration is same as the cell, okay, concentration same as the cell, meaning concentration of water inside the cell and outside the cell equal, both are equal. So naturally you can see water amount പുറത്തു അകത്തു ഒരുപോലെ. So no water will get inside or go out, and this solution both the concentration of water inside and outside same, it is called hypotonic solution. Hypotonic solution. No, it is called isotonic solution. Hypotonic already we finished. This one is called isotonic solution. So 3 type isotonic solution. So 3 type of solutions are there: higher, hyper, lower, hypotonic. Same, it is called isotonic solution. So what happen in each isotonic solution? The cell will not show any change, and because the concentration inside and outside, water will not go inside or go, it will not go out. So it is a same concentration as you can easily prove this one. You take some dried resins എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മുന്തിരിങ്ങ ഉണക്ക മുന്തിരിങ്ങ എടുത്തിട്ട് if you keep it in water, you can see it will swell up. അത് വീർത്ത് വരുന്ന കാണാം. And you can see if you keep it in a very concentrated solution, it will again become ഉള്ളിൽ ചുളുങ്ങി പോകുന്ന കാണാം. It loses water and finally it will shrink. അപ്പം ഇത് നമുക്ക് ഈസിയായിട്ട് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഒരു ഉണക്കമുന്തിരി എടുത്ത് നമുക്ക് വെള്ളത്തിലും സോൾട്ട് സൊല്യൂഷൻ ഇടുകയാണ്. യു ക്യാൻ സീ ദിസ് ചേഞ്ചസ് ഈസിലി യു ക്യാൻ സീ. സോ ഇഫ് യു പുട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഇൻ വാട്ടർ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ സ്വെൽ അപ്പ്, വെള്ളം എടുത്ത് വീർത്ത് വരും. ആൻഡ് ഇഫ് യു കീപ്പ് ഇറ്റ് ഇൻ സോൾട്ട് സൊല്യൂഷൻ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ഷ്രിങ്ക്. സോ നൗ so through this one you can see this cell can take oxygen and send out carbon dioxide by simple diffusion is possible. I already explained. The flexibility of the cell membrane. The cell membrane, already I told you, like egg membrane, it is very flexible. Egg membrane is very flexible. And you can see it is used by some animals to get food material. For example, in amoeba, you already studied about amoeba. How amoeba feed, how the feeding of amoeba takes place. You can see this is amoeba. And if it happen to see a food, this is a food material, any living thing, a food material. Slowly you can see the amoeba, it can change its shape. Slowly it will change its shape by protruding its plasma membrane towards that food. This is a food material. So amoeba is living in water. It is living in water. Slowly after some time you can see this projections. It will become bigger and bigger. It is actually called pseudopodia. The name is, you already studied, pseudopodia. The textbook it is not there. Pseudopodia means false feet. ഇതിൻ്റെ നമ്മുടെ അമീബയുടെ feet ആണ് this is. So after some time these two ends it will go and meet together, and the food particle will be inside with a drop of water and a food vacuole. This is a food vacuole, and this is how amoeba feed. Amoeba from both all the sides, it will cover the food with its cell membrane, and you can see food will be inside. And this is also called, there is a name for this kind of feeding. It is called endocytosis. This is called endocytosis. Endocytosis. So amoeba, you can see endocytosis in amoeba. This is the way it is getting food. Okay. Now in plants, you can see outside cell membrane. The outermost covering of the cell is already I told you. In animal cell, it is a cell membrane or plasma membrane. But in plants, you can see there is one more covering outside. You can see if it is a plant cell, drawing a plant cell. Cell membrane is there inside. This is a cell membrane, flexible cell membrane is there. Outside there is a hard covering. The outside hard covering is called cell wall. This is called cell wall. Cell wall And inside cell membrane is also there, as we studied. Cell membrane also is there. And nucleus, everything, all other structures are there. So this cell wall, what is the advantage of the cell wall? And the cell wall, the advantage is this one. And not only in plants, fungi, and also it is there. Some other organs also is there. You can see when water enter the cell, you can see the cell will swell up. I already told you. If the cell is kept in a hypotonic solution, you can see cell will swell up. But in plants, you can see water is already continuously absorbed. The cell, there is, if the cell swell up, it may likely break, if, the cell membrane may break. But in plants, it will never happen because it is again still covered by another hard covering, and this hard covering is called the cell wall, and it is cell wall is made up of what is called a substance called cellulose. So cellulose cell wall is covering the cell in plants, protecting the plants from the entry of or by breaking of the cell. And so plants, there is a, in animals actually no cell wall, but actually the excess water will be removed immediately by excretory method, it will be removed. So there is no chance of bursting. So this is all about cell wall. So cell wall function, it is giving mechanical support. Plant in the support, you can say tadi ഈരുടെയൊക്കെ മെക്കാനിക്കലായിട്ടുള്ള സപ്പോർട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നത് cell wall ആണ്, made up of cellulose, and also it prevent the bursting of the cell because of osmosis taking place into the cell. One more thing, if the cell lose water, too much water by exosmosis, അതായത് ഓസ്മോസിസ് വഴി ഒരു സെല്ലിനെ അതിൻ്റെ വെള്ളം ഒത്തിരി നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു കാണാൻ, it will shrink. I already told you, the cell will shrink if it is losing water. The water, then you can see the cell will shrink. This is actually water gone out. അപ്പോൾ അത് സെൽ വോളിൽ നിന്നൊക്കെ മാറിപ്പോയി. And this method, this is called the shrinking of the cell. Shrinking എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചുരുങ്ങുക. The shrinking of the cell because of loss of water by exosmosis, and this actually going out of water through the cell wall, it is called plasmolysis. It is called plasmolysis. So what is plasmolysis? The losing the shrinking of the cell because of the loss of water from the cell is called plasmolysis. So this is a like to stop here. Once again, what are the things we discussed today? We already discussed that cells are the structural and functional unit. So it is making the body of organism, and also it is performing various functions. Second important thing, it is made up of three important structures. First one, the outer covering is called the plasma membrane or cell membrane, and the nucleus is there, and the cytoplasm also is there. Cytoplasm contains various organelles. We will discuss that one again later. And you can see water can enter and go out of the cell, and when a cell is kept in a concentrated solution, cell will lose water and the cell will shrink, and that is called plasmolysis. When the cell is kept in a dilute solution, you can see water will enter the cell, and such a solution is called a hypotonic solution. If concentrations are equal, then it is called isotonic solution. Lastly, I explained about cell wall. Cell wall is in plants, you can see there is a further covering for the cell membrane. That covering is called cell wall, and because of the cell wall, even if there is a swelling of the cell will not burst, and that is where I stop cell wall is made up of cellulose. Not only plants, even bacteria and fungi also possess this one. Then also I explained about endocytosis as the feeding of method of amoeba. So this is where I stop. The substance which is making cell wall is cellulose. Okay, I end up. If you have any doubt, you can ask during the tomorrow's class.